What is up? Not that camera angle. Let's fix that a little bit. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been a while. What's up, guys? What's up, Blackball, Matt, Bobby, Large? How's it going? Dimitri? It's too early to talk about Brooks saddles. Never too early. Hey, Yinzer, how's it going? Yeah, Yinzer, you did. You come out to Akron, and I haven't live streamed since, right? Because I remember I was thinking I'll live stream about like how the group meetup went, and I haven't been able to pull it off. One of the things too has been I've been playing music a little bit again, which is something I didn't want to get back into, and it's taken up a lot of time. So, yeah, that's why I was at band practice tonight. That's why I'm not entirely ready right now either. So, hey, Muskrat. Hey, what's up, Arthur? A right saddle? Oh, Brooks. Oh yeah, I got the EF cap on. Got Magnus Core today, and then yeah, it's been a good GCY is not a great Giro. Obviously, Rigo went home with COVID. Hugh Carthy hasn't done quite as well as would expect, but stage one wise, Ben Healy's 50K solo attack the other day was amazing. What was that? Saturday. That was awesome stage. It is a Countryside, an organization that ceased to exist this year, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll buy my cool place, and my crooked camera is driving me crazy. I don't know where my camera. I did have a camera operator here earlier that left. Let me get make sure audio's all good. Awesome. Let me know if there's anything not working right, because like I said, it's been a little while. But I'll show these the thing that I did want to talk about tonight real quick. So right here. Some new bars from Velo Orange that I thought and they thought too, like a lot of people on this channel would be interested in. I made a post to the channel members and definitely a lot of interest. But the cool thing, and I'll get them to do a little more here in a second, and I think we'll throw them on the bike I want to do a real review on, is that they have the mount, so you don't need any other additional hardware besides your standard kind of bolts, with the braze-ons here to mount these bars directly to a rack. So super cool, two ways to do it. But get into all that in a second after we get to say what's up and all that. So. Hey, what's up, Nick? Hey, what's up, Dylan? How's the back? So the back is feeling good. I have been staying on Advil since I tweaked it to. I was just worried about the inflammation and hoping it would help, but didn't take anything, and now I'm feeling okay. I'm just worried it's going to move to be sciatic nerve pain and all that. So. Hey, what's up, Sean? Yeah, so like I said in the video, I don't even know what happened. I just literally was riding my bike home, and it's always been something very explicit that I know I've tweaked my back, but this time it was like just happened and couldn't move very well for a day. Now I'm moving okay. I'm taking it easy. I've been riding my Gunner with the sweet bars. That bike has large Marges Velo Orange granola bars on it. So that's like I've loved it for mountain biking. And the idea was like a bike packing bike, but it has a third purpose now. Is my back's not feeling well, and now I've got a kind of cushy, like wide tired bike with a sweet bars, and it's like much easier. Like even tonight when I rode to band practice, even climbing the hills and not just being in that, where you stress your back like way more on I think the drop bars and like leaning into it and stuff like that. So yeah. So that bike works a lot. Like works really well for that reason. You want a front rack on the front of your 10 speed and haven't found anything yet. Yeah, that's what I think this is. I think there's going to be a big market for the idea of like vintage bikes, bikes without mounts in just different ways, like bike packing, commuting, a lot of things for this. It's really cool. Um, and I'll show why. Because if you don't have mid fork mounts, like only one of my bike does, which is the latest, the Gunner. I think that's kind of like it's almost like a more permanent version of like the Jack the Rack. Like I invested in their Kickstarter, and one of the reasons I wanted that was for my Paradise style bags, something to kind of keep them up in more level, and that I can maybe stack some stuff on. And this is kind of like the cool way to integrate that whole thing without having something, I don't know, just a unique way, and without needing the mid fork mounts and all that. Hey Dave, could you hand me that bicycle? Oh man, my camera froze. Oh, it's back. Cool. And maybe zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to hook up the other mic for tonight. But yeah, this one you got. So you got your zoom, got your focus. Oh, when it works. And then this swivels up and down, left and right. Very classic. Who be texting? Yeah, I don't have a an emoji for Dave yet. Oh yeah, so the other cool thing they did with these, or I should show it on the bars. No one could hear that. So with the bars, you've got your, what do you call these, brazons? But they made the spacing, there was a bolt. So they are bottle cage spacing. Other way?
That's the limit.
Oh. Yeah, so if you wanted to put a couple bottle cages on, you could. But it's the spacing that I think people could get really creative with and do like all kinds of different things, anything cages or whatever you wanted to. These are dropping in mid-June. So, yeah. And they also have a totally flat bar version. So I got the risers because I was thinking, you know, vintage mountain bike, it's going to be way too slammed. So the riser versions would be way better for that. But yeah, they do have the flat version. You guys know I'm not a super nerdy on the number guy, but, you know, they're this wide. And they are, which I didn't know was a thing until like maybe 3 weeks ago, mountain bike rated. So um, I didn't realize some bars are mountain bike rated and some aren't. And Yonda, I think, was telling me one of the reasons they probably went with the wider clamp, which is what the Tell Me Large, I was in there asking the other day, the bigger one, the 32.8, I don't know, 32.8, does that sound 32.6? Yeah, because I didn't have a stem that was that size that wasn't in use, but I grabbed one from the bike shop. So Dylan said I can see two bottles blasting out of those cages like a rocket from a bump. You know, I'm surprised that people that ride like gnarly or fast stuff don't like use cages that are tighter that fit better with their bottles. Because like at Road Apple, not Road Apple, Black Fork, I saw bottles everywhere. But like I knew how, and I guess I'm not surprised because you could go out there and you haven't ridden it before. But like I had ridden it before, so I made sure my cages were like super tight, you know, like so yeah, if you're gonna ride the rough stuff, I mean, you can't just put like your run of the mill cage on there, right? So, Heavy Locks asked if I could give the width again because he didn't have full screen going. So, yeah, see where. About that. Is that a better picture? Yeah, it would be like really classic just to mount the cages up here, or like bottle cages, and just put bottles on there because what'd you say, Dave? They did that in the Tour de France till like the 40s or 50s before they put the cages into the triangle. Or, yeah, you just put them on the front bars. But yeah, I could see some people doing that. I think the thing will be not that it fits a water bottle cage, but that the mounting, like people will come up with that spacing, just come up with like ideas that I'm not even thinking of right now. For me, I love the idea of the rack. And one of the reasons I saw like Russ from Pathless Pedaled, he did an Instagram post and he showed him mounted on the bars like this. Instantly to me, the way I was thinking is like this. And obviously the tabs work in either directions and they have adjustment up and down, plenty of adjustment up and down. But one of my big things is, and I know this is a super niche issue for me, but I think that's the whole point is other people will have niche issues for them, is I actually drive myself to event gigs once in a while, photography event gigs, because I need to operate a certain way with a bag. And I don't like have a bike that will fit the sling bag the way I want it. Like I could ride with a backpack and bring all this stuff I need, but I can't like photograph an event and access that in the way I want. And I was instantly looking at this and I'm like, this is so perfect with some Valet straps or some of the Moto straps I have, where now the bag, the just over the shoulder bag I always want on me, like I don't know, it's like like I'm saying, it's super niche to me, but solves such a problem I have because this is too wide for a walled 137 like I have on my Marin. Um, and I can't ride with this bag over my shoulder. It's just the strap is too long, and it's a really stupid and annoying. It's just not a great bag, but it's the bag I like to use when I'm working. So riding over Akron's hills and all this, it just doesn't work. It's undoable. So I'm thinking of the kind of times when I get in my car and literally it's because of this thing. And I'm like, when I set them on those bars instantly, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. you know? This solves like a total problem that I just personally have. But that's what I'm saying. I think it'll do the same for a lot of people. And especially like the vintage style bike that might not have any mounts anywhere else. Or on my Marin, I mounted the rack and the walled 137 to the posts of the cantilever brakes. A lot of people have said I'm crazy, like you shouldn't do that. I feel like it's a Roman arch; it's pushing in, not pushing down on those posts. But other people are like, like I don't feel like. I mean, I bike packed the whole CNO and Gap Trail, or bike toured with it set up like that, and decent amount of weight in there. Didn't have a problem, but again, still, people are like scared of that idea. So if you don't want to use that kind of mount, this is something that would work. But the bag has to lock in to go over the shoulder. What does that mean, Dave? Also, beer me.
Lock it in.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Let's throw the. I want to see him on this bike. And if you haven't seen this bike before, this is a. Yeah, grab your cell phone while you're at it. Why is it so low?
Put it on the seat post.
Oh yeah, that's fairly normal. Does this raise up at all?
Not that high.
But you could also move the camera angle.
Yeah, I could. Flip the bike around. Move the stand so the fork is towards you.
Oh, this is already unlocked, huh? Man, been so long I don't even remember how to work a What do you call these things?
Bike stand.
Bike stand.
Flip the bike. Flip the bike around.
Why?
Cause you're working over here, am I right?
Yeah, I've always done this alone. I've never had anyone to show me what I'm supposed to do. You deal with that. I'll look at the comments. We're gonna mount the bars. We're mounting the bars. Oh yeah, the chrome bag. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so I totally understand like the idea of like there's other bags I could buy. Like, this is not an ideal bike riding bag, but this is a completely ideal bag for what I bring with me when I'm photographing. So like, yes, there's obviously other solutions, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I just like it's what I do for a living. I like the bag I want on me when I'm working. And I'm just that's what I'm saying is I think this will also work for other people for like specific needs that they have and like so it's like I don't have a good way to bring this on the bike and this is the way I'm gonna be able to do it. So yeah. Uncle B, you're on the wrong account. Is that Pudgy, I assume? Oh, you still got the you changed your name because you still got your little wrench. Or does it work with both? I didn't post the announcement that late. So yeah, Pudgy, we got the 89 Team Stump Jumper. We're gonna mount these Velo Orange new uh, bars with the integrated rack, and the bars are the riser version. As I was saying, they have a flat bar version, and then I think they're also in black and chrome finish, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. Maybe. Shoot, forgot. But they are mountain bike rated. I do remember that part. What am I missing, Dave? Help me out. So on this bike,
Are you relying on this bike?
this mic, this is the only mic.
No, are you good now?
Oh, I'm drinking a Headhunter IPA, Fatheads. And their original bar, Chris, is in Pittsburgh, but their original brewery is here in Ohio. So they were a bar before they were a brewery. Does that make sense? Everybody up to speed? Oh yeah, so what I'm doing here is I have a quill stem adapter and then just a you call these kind of stems that just clip on there. But also I asked about because it's on their website, Velo Orange has a quill stem with this size clamp coming out in they said probably mid-August, which I think for the vintage builds would be perfect. And as you guys know, I'm a quill stem fan because the adjustability of the height and all that stuff. But it chromed out would look sweet. So did Yonda give me the wrong clamp? Is this right? Oh yeah, it's right. It probably says on one of these what size it is, so I could tell you the actual. Whoa.
It's not stamped on the bars.
I think everybody here probably knows better than me because they're all smarter than me about bikes. Because I don't use any modern stuff, so like when it like went to the modern size, I'm like, it doesn't stick in my head. You know, you want to know some French stuff? I'll tell you about. Tell you about that. That's actually how I. That's actually how I found Velo Orange. Was I needed some stuff for my old Peugeots and like the style wise and all that. Like getting stuff that look chrome and having. I will end up putting grease in these and stuff too. By the way, but yeah, and the bags that they had, like even what was that their baguette bag and some bells and the little loops that like work like Brooks saddles loops that you could put on normal saddles. So yeah, I didn't know like when I knew nothing about like modern But any kind of like new bike stuff, when I only rode my own mountain bike and got into vintage bikes, it's like that's the thing that popped up is I wanted stuff that looked cool and worked with like vintagey stuff. Eduardo asked if I'm wearing this cap because, wow, good cap. That's right, too. Because Magnus won the Giro stage today, and I absolutely am. That's what's funny. I kind of got like accused a little bit in my Black Fork video of being like anti-racer guy, and I'm like, in the video I say I am watching the Giro in the background right now. Like, I love racer stuff. I just don't like it on me. I mean, it's I guess it's kind of like people watch like NFL football and never play football, right? You know, it's like I watch bike racing and I don't ride my bike like a bike racer, you know, or dress like a bike racer, but I have nothing against that stuff. So, you always tighten these in an X pattern. You know that? Anyone ever teach you that one? I wonder if this will be enough. I never attach those cranks. Don't mind those cranks. I wonder if I'll have to see when I throw the wheels on. With the width and the rise in the bars, if that'll be enough. The other cool thing is I do have adjustment because this is just this just clamps on here, so I could also I'll raise these bars all the way up on the clamp. Yep. No, nah, I mean, but I could see doing like a happy stem like I've done on my Marin too, and my vintage my old truck bound bike. Yeah, that's way better. This team, this Specialized. God, it's a beautiful bike. I was seriously like, the guy gave 4 vintage mountain bikes. Me and Aaron went to pick them up, and I'm like, oh, these would be cool to build up on the channel, give them away, like do stuff with them, try stuff. But like, there's no way I could give this bike away. It's so sweet. Dave about to put in his 2 weeks notice. Lars said. Dude, Yinzer said that Peugeot he was about to buy. We were chatting about this in the Discord. Was a '66 frame. God, that's for like Larry Nance. That's not a name anybody besides like 3 people here will understand. Who's a tall person? That doesn't help. You just said Larry Nance again. Hey, what's up, William? William LeBron from Detroit got to meet a bunch of the Yetis over the weekend on Kelly's Island in Lake Erie. I did get it, Pudgy, and I was at band practice, but yeah, I would definitely check it out. All right, where's the? I saw you unboxing that hardware over there.
Right in front of your keyboard.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I want the platform. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't. I guess again, specific use case, but I don't as much see like the need to have stuff going like that as I have the need to have like stuff going like that. At least with the bags I own. And like my camera bag idea, like I was saying, or if you're gonna put a box on here, boxes.
Boxes. I know you say you're not numbers guy, but like, what's the weight that can handle?
A lot.
That's a good answer.
I should check my DMs because I got some of the numbers in there. I think I'm pretty buzzed the last time I attempted to build this because I thought I put those cranks on there like with some kind of gusto, but I did put the derailleurs on there, some XT, Dior XT 9 speed on this bike, I think 8 speed maybe. What do you got? If you use this rack, do you think you, or if you use this, can you think? I wonder if anyone could think of some kind of interesting, like I said, use beyond just using this, the rack system that you could put on there just like this. But because I was trying to think of that, I'm like, someone's going to come up with something cool with that spacing beyond what I'm thinking about. Because my brain instantly went to my camera bag, or like my Swift like carrot ice bags, or my Roadrunner even. I have a Roadrunner. Which one is that called? It's like one of the roll tops that I use with the walled basket, but it would work in here too, I think. So I'm thinking too with tire clearance, I would drop this down as low as it would go to get the weight low as possible. But I also saw Aaron sent me, and I haven't had the chance to read it because, like, no joke, that's why I haven't been streaming or any of this stuff. Is Guitar Ted wrote an article about this rack, and Guitar Ted is the guy who helped design my Raleigh Tamland too. That's the only thing I know about him. Otis said he writes a very interesting blog, and I've always meant to check it out a little more. But simple fact of the matter is, I've only read the article that he wrote talking about my favorite bike in the world, which is my bike. A lot has happened with my bikes. So got Guitar Ted out there writing stuff. Gunner goes out of business. Not out of business. Richard Richard Schwinn is shutting down Waterford, who makes Gunner.
Yeah.
They build wild bikes. Like they do. They've been a lot of different like private label custom American brands, but yeah, Waterford and Gunner is sad enough to lose them. Otis has been building some sweet Gunners for customers at Dirty River lately, but it's a huge loss. I guess a bunch of people were retiring at once, and no idea how old Richard Schwinn is himself. Probably Gunner was in existence for 30 years, or no, Waterford was the plant, but oh hell, this looks sweet. This is going to be such a sweet build. This is going to be such the right bike to test this on. Oh yeah, can't be mad about that.
You get the cool stem.
Oh yeah, because like, yeah, I don't. The black stem's kind of ugly, but it works. You know. Guess I don't have that headset tightened down either. Not that it needs to be. But.
You're going out.
Am I? Is that fork dropping out? No, it's not.
It's not tightening up.
Oh.
You just slammed it too.
There we go. Where did that other? Is that other crank sitting on the ground over there with chain rings on it or no?
Not chain ring, no. But yeah. Just a spider.
Oh, I'm gonna put those. Darn it, got the wrong one.
The big ring? The oval ring?
Gonna put those Bio Pace rings on this. Biopace.
Oh, that's on purpose? Okay. I do see a downside with that rack. It follows the, not necessarily a downside, but it follows the angle of your stem.
How is that a problem?
It's not, like I said, it's not necessarily a problem, but it's angled up.
Oh, so it'll have the angle your stem has on it. You can't.
Not necessarily your stem, it'll be the angle of your bars. So you either put that together real wonky.
Oh, the fact that I put it together wonky is a total possibility.
So you set that down on tires in that.
Oh, I did it on this rack. I have it angled way up. Right. Yeah. So Dave's saying one thing I just did here is I have the bars pointing at an angle that would not work when I actually have wheels on the switch. Makes sense. But oh yeah, we're not putting these together. like my chain ring bolts and everything. Like, but yeah, I do have people swear by the BioPace, so I've got a bunch of different rings from the haul. So I was thinking I'd try them out. The oval chain rings. That's their joke, like Biopace, like Durace, Durace. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Welcome to the party. Let's see what you guys are saying. Has Ben looking up the stack from it? What's that?
You put your crank bolts in?
That's all. Yeah, I mean, I have to build the whole thing out first. That's just kind of. I should. Man, I wonder what the best set of wheels I have because I have a bunch of 26-inch wheels over there, as you can see. Oh, I like this. This is definitely sweet. That's such a good way to do it. Like I said, I think there's a lot of reasons to do this, but like also the vintage bike thing is just the kind of the perfect use for it. And now with everyone wanting to build those up and like go touring on them. One thing I wouldn't mind doing eventually though is doing what Russ has done is putting and I've talked to a guy about this. What is the wheel size down from 700C? 650Bs. So seeing if 650Bs would work on this bike instead of going 26, then you just get more options. And I think it'd work. It depends on how much tire clearance I lost. You know, I don't want to lose all my tire clearance. Why is this other? Oh, let's see. There's my camera operator, by the way. That's not like a video monitor. You can't see what's going on.
It's my first day.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Get into the comments. Oh, Ed noticed our Larry Nance reference. Oh yeah, and Raymond said case of beer, definitely. Oh wait, what's going on? I didn't switch back to the other camera. Let's go on. Case of beer, yeah, definitely a good use scenario.
So not knowing much about touring, could you feasibly run a second rack like a normal?
Run a second rack on this, like double rack.
Normal, like tire rack. I'm
Yeah.
assuming the handling on that would be the same.
I guess you'd run out of clearance if you ran a second rack. Otis, when I first borrowed the Gunner, had a handlebar bag on and a front rack, and he had a front rack on, and I still used my handlebar bag, so I could see how you could like maybe double up on something.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is that just a higher capacity handlebar bag?
Yeah, I mean, another reason these come in big handy is like um, shorter riders. So like I use Paradise style bags a lot of times with no rack, like on my Raleigh, and that works for me because I'll ride a 60. But for people who ride smaller bikes,
Right.
you rub on the wheels, so something to hold it upright. The reason I started using the Jack the Rack and I liked it was to be able to like actually kind of stack on top or on the sides or on the bottom, just more space. This being a smaller vintage mountain bike, I don't think I'd mount anything on the bottom, but they also did put. I don't have any lights that are this style mount, like the threaded mount, but I think aren't a lot of the if you were using a what do you call the generator hubs, dynamo hub. I think a lot of those lights, and they put it on both sides, so no matter which way you mounted it, it would work. No, Dylan, I've never ridden this bike. Yeah, messed around with it on the streams a couple times, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Patty Redbeard? Been a while. Sleepy Howler? Yeah. See what else is going on there. Yeah, this I can't scroll through the stream. It always wants to drop me right to the bottom. Oh, everyone's saying Dynamo Hub because I couldn't think about it for a second. Pudgy asked who the new guy was. So Dave's been helping me out with the photography business and the building. So what we've been doing half photography stuff, half maintenance, maybe more maintenance so far. But what's up, Diversity Love? Screen names, Dave. Screen names. Not talking to you. Balancing Bike Life said, get a Viking helmet with horns to go with the nuts, and it will look like a bull walking backwards. Dean said with 650B you could max out at a 48 millimeter tire. So I wonder if he knows this bike or just kind of vintage mountain bike standards. Uncle B said, Effin' Dave took his spot. He hates him. Did anyone drop? I saw a couple specific things dropped in here. I think there's going to be like all kinds of cool Instagram photos when these come out. Cosman said you could put a passenger on that thing. like 1980s riding around like New York City with someone sitting on the rack. Eduardo said install a front wheel so we could see the clearance. Grab me a wheel with a tire if there's a front wheel over there. We could do that. Oh man, what stopped? Someone stopped working. Dave's not here, said nice rack. I'm a seat guy myself. There you go. That's a need a skew.
You got a skewer?
Yeah, steal one from something else. This is how vintage bike world goes. Not a rear though. Maybe I got one over here.
Looking for a skewer. Here, this one's already got.
It's got a skewer. Oh, and a tire. Wow, we're in business. Business. Dean said he actually now prefers 26-inch wheels on your stump jumper with a 55. Yeah. I rode 26-inch like forever, but then when I started riding, I know people say big wheels like don't matter. I just feel like big wheels matter when you're trying to like go faster. I everyone knows I'm like a Jan Hein like fanboy, but I just can't get behind the 26-inch wheel for when you need to like keep up with people. Like for this, like perfect. Like I'm thinking like, something to haul stuff. This is not like, I'm not going to ride this at a gravel race. Like bike packing, commuting, all that kind of stuff where that nuance doesn't matter. Why don't you just put this on here? Want to put this on here? This already at 16? Oh, there we go. Oh, I think there's tons of clearance. I mean, like, especially the way I have it. I think there's clearance the other way, too. The long way down. Long way down. There's going to be tons of clearance. But yeah, you'll get a C on. This is I don't know how big this frame is, but for vintage mountain bike, it's on the bigger side. For modern bike, obviously the frame looks small. Totally different geometry, but
So they're gonna give you the business because of quick releases on their website.
no, it doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, Blackie? Tim likes big wheels and he cannot lie. Oh, yeah. Like clearance for days. Even the other way. That's yeah. Like I said,
See, tilt it down a little bit.
hey, tilt it down. You can tilt down all the way. It's not going to come anywhere close to being touching. I think the whole thing would be like the modern bike. Like I said, with the careless style bags, this will give you that what you need. But yeah, I mean, I'd so straight to the top tube. Is that
Yeah,
about?
just follow the top tube.
Yeah, about there, right?
About there.
As I move it 2 inches. Let's see. Does that look good from there?
Looks straight to me.
Oh yeah, straight enough to see how there's like a whole fucking human baby amount of space in there. Yeah, I do got to see this because I'm like so stoked on trying this out this way. Oh yeah, and that would be figuring out how to mount a light, obviously, because I'm not going to be able to mount the light to the bars where I would. But that's yeah, perfect. I'd probably secure this in 2 ways, with the being that it would have like $5,000 worth of shit in it. I dig that. What did Fudgy say? When Jan Hein gets laid, Tim feels pregnant. What are these tires? Kenda. Kenda's here in Akron.
Why do you have so many 26-inch tires?
Why do I have so many 26-inch tires? Because I look behind you. See all those, the 3 of those vintage mountain
Oh, is
bikes?
that from your haul?
Yeah. Yeah, so I got 8 wheels. There might have even been an extra wheel set in that haul from um, Pittsburgh. Let's see if I can make this do what I want it to do. Did Dave? He said, Dave in quotes, did Dave tell you you can cuss before 10 p.m.? We have a rule, no cussing till 10 p.m. Just because one person 2 years ago asked if it was a clean stream and they could watch it, and I said, I think probably before 10 p.m. it'd be fine. Well, they're at work, working third shift.
You guys start adding SFWs.
Did not safe for work. Hello. Hello. Hold this. Put this on your shirt pocket. Now say something cool. Say something really cool.
Something really cool.
Oh yeah, it's working. And there's my wall of bicycles and all the vintage mountain bikes back there. My truck. Now what? What do you guys haven't asked me any questions or said anything cool yet. Oh, was that super loud? Was it? Oh, when I plugged that in? Because Pudgy said, Uncle B, hope no one was wearing earbuds and now talks with their hands. Let's see what other questions we have in here.
I got a question. When you get
You
fix
have got
those,
a question? Let's hear it.
when you get fix those cranks, they're on backwards.
Oh, I put the cranks on the wrong side? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that would definitely be a problem. Chris said you could hang a stasher bag under the rack when it's loaded also. Holds a few Saudis in them if you've never seen one. Saudis? Is that a typo? Or is that just is that like some Pittsburgh stuff? Let's see, stasher bag. I mean, are we talking about drugs? What's up, Chris McCallum? Oh, Muskrat wants an Ohio chicken shirt. Countryside doesn't exist anymore, so they don't use this logo anymore. So not trying to be exclusive, but oh, sodas like beers. Got 'em. Sodas, road pops, as we say in Ohio.
Saudis.
Sodies.
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 Oh, okay.
Like sodies. Sody pops. Oh, Dave has a point here. The cranks are reversed. I didn't bolt them on. I just stuck them on.
It doesn't.
Square taper. I didn't like everything up.
If you're gonna run our how-to channel, you might as well do it correct.
How not to?
You've got clearance on those?
Yeah.
Barely.
When I did the Marin, we had to keep getting wider and wider cranks. I bought one of Velo Orange cranks that I wanted to use, and I thought it would work totally. And it was like, oh, I think we were live on the stream, and I spun them around like this for the first time. It was just like, doink. And so ended up with like a really cheap long spindle bottom bracket on there. Still, if I'm climbing like a hill loaded, that frame is so flexy, and this was made for, like the Marin was made for 2x. It'll actually still ding on the chainstay if I'm really if I'm giving it full beans. Yeah. Leave it to Dave to drink Saudis. Let's put a rear wheel. You got a rear wheel over there? It's not.
Got a couple choices.
Let's get a vibe for. Find a good one. Oh, this is a Specialized wheel on the front. What's the hub? Oh, the hub is a Dior XT. I should just put this other wireless mic on so we could bounce the audio. And then I don't have to walk around with this mic. Hello. Oh, yeah, there we go. That wheel's got a dork disc on it.
Yeah, but it's steel. That
there we
means something.
When that means something. Is that what you said?
I said it means so. And this got solid state skewer.
Oh, that's a solid state skewer? That's called a bolt-on.
Pretty low on back wheel options over here.
Arthur said we say sody in these parts. Yeah, it's popping. So Northeast Ohio, I don't know how widespread that terminology is, but no one ever really says soda. No one says sody. No one says soda pop. We say either Coke, and that means anything. You're like, I'll have a Coke, and they'll be like, hey, we have Pepsi here. And it's like, yeah, I already said that. I'll have a Coke. You know. Maybe the one on the gold frame? Is that where you stole it from?
I'm trying to find one with a skewer.
I got skewers. Oh, you want a skewer? I'll give you a skewer by 2 p.m.
It's got a Presta panel on it.
Does this look like the right size skewer? Who is this? The Sunshine. That's a quality skewer.
Oh, this is definitely too new to be.
Oh, here's a Shimano. Oh wait, you're looking for a rear skewer now.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it might
At
not
this
be
point?
it might not be long enough to go through the cassette.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
Oh, here you go.
Dave makes it, and he put it in quotes, makes it hard not to cuss before 10 p.m., but goddamn, a solid state rear? Is that prison shit?
That's for the music nerds.
Jaws subscribed to the channel.
Man, this stream got someone to subscribe to the channel? It must have been independent. They're watching like one of the videos where one of the talkies.
Is that a bot?
I feel like I should have rear. Oh, there we go. Let's get this on the YouTube. God, that is a pretty bicycle.
Well, didn't think that was possible.
What happened now?
The hub's too big.
What is this wheel? Oh, yeah.
It's the front wheel.
That one's a Dior DX. Mason S said St. Louis area soda and only soda. Pop and KC, soda in St. Louis. Oh, you guys are arguing with each other, not me. Good. Thank God for a change. So this is what I've tasked Dave with no information of what I have down here. So just a pile of wheels and a skewer I handed him.
The world's flimsiest bike stand.
Oh, it's a piece of, the bike stand's garbage. Yeah. Oh, I should show this rack with the GoPro a little bit when we got the chance. And the bars. But, man, I didn't ever think I'd be a sweep or like a flat bar guy because I rode rode that truck mountain bike forever. You were embarrassed to have it in your place back when you were like a serious, what were you, like a single speed dude? What would you call yourself?
Single
like a wannabe
speed.
bike.
I never went that far.
You're like wannabe bike messenger guy.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They used to have shows at their house, and I left my my truck mountain bike over there in his place when it still had the original build. And he was like, I remember you like kind of texting me one day, and you're like, when are you gonna? Oh, you didn't say anything. You're like, when are you gonna get your bike out of here? And I'm like, oh, there's a show at Kling thing. And he doesn't want to. And he doesn't want to. Stupid.
Why don't you just like pull up to the end of the street and we'll like walk up together?
Yeah. I love how you've given me shit pretty much my whole life since we've known each other about being like pretentious and nerdy, but you're the same way, just with different things.
True.
Oh yeah, what do you think? I was thinking about this, so I was thinking like, because I've got a bunch of different cantilever brakes, and I've messed with them, I'm running them on my Marin. I'm just thinking of going with the, what do you call the classic side pull style?
The V brakes?
V brakes.
Oh, hell no.
Can't do it?
Just aesthetically, no.
Aesthetically can't do it?
No.
So like look at him but that's an all black bike. Does that make a difference? That's probably, and that's not a cool looking bike anyways, because it's a cop bike, it's a Trek. So. But we got the V brakes over there. Yeah, you're right. And I got decent looking candies, and we could get them set up right. This bike was made for it.
We got different opinions on how that.
Large Mesh super chatted $2. It's soda, get it right. Banana, banana, _yander, Dave, banana.
Why did it skip Malk's comment? Oh.
Mulk Hogan super chatted $2. Nice racked him.
Yeah. So I guess my experience was bad because I put vintage Mayfax cyclocross brakes on the Marin, and they're not, a loaded touring bike, weren't the best at stopping it, but yeah, I've got a bunch of different options for this one. So we got is that Onyx?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the more upright ones, and then, these are Tektros, but I think I have Shimano Dior XTs that go with this, that would kind of go more period correct, if that matters. I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, these are the more of a classic shaped Shimano brake. Man, I don't know enough about this stuff. What do you guys think? Like, is there one of these, like going Canties, is there one that makes more sense style-wise? Or actually stopping power-wise, because...
Uncleb super chatted $1.99. Don't think I like Dave yet, and he has soft hands. Potato.
Do you have soft hands?
I do have soft hands.
Really?
I
Because
don't get the potato.
You work... Oh, it's just an emoji and I read it out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know. Potato-y hands? Like... Do you think it's got to be these guys, huh? It's got to be the Shimano.
I'd go period correct anytime.
You're all about that period shit. I just like the triangle look of the, really got that weighted poorly, of the Mayfax, like, and stuff like this, like that kind of, having the triangle shape like that versus the more upright on the candies.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably that's got to be the look. Candies, I know they're not that much of a pain, but they are a pain.
They're a pain to set up.
Yeah. God, these... Oh, we should put this on the ground and feel what these bars feel like. Live a little. And I put this wheel on it, kick it in. Oh, did we do the same mistake where we didn't actually clamp it?
Probably.
Yeah. If you flip this over, it tightens and... I wonder if this height will work or if I will have to get a probably longer... that still might be... I should throw a saddle on here to see. But let's see. Oh, I don't know. That might work even because the bars are so wide and with that rise without doing... I mean, I would still definitely aesthetically do like that when it comes out in August, like that Velo Orange quill stem, so you don't have like this big bulky modern thing clamped on here. But oh, this would totally work. This is not leaned over real far. That's pretty moderate. So I think if you were going with a more...
Uncleb super chatted $1.99. They call him Red Wings Dave. Period correct. Scarf, bikini, woman's hat, socks, high-heeled shoe.
Do I have a saddle that can be thrown on here to... It's only a 1 bolt too, so... Here's a Trek. The motorbike. Oh. As you all know, this would get a Brooks eventually, anyways. I don't know. I don't know about that. This is probably actually closer to the vibe, though. Or zoom in on that. Yeah. What is this from? I can't remember what I. Oh, this must have come from one of the mountain bikes. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I think this might be the right move for this bike. It's obviously
Specialized?
Yeah, it's Specialized. But I just feel like it's kind of ridiculous in the right way. I do have. Oh, what is? Oh, this is an old school saddle too. Here, this Bel Air Flight. Is there any yellow? Oh yeah, I did put the yellow Generalized sticker on this, so maybe the yellow saddle. The bars are mountain bike rated, if that's what someone just asked. Cosman said Diacomp 980s are his favorite Canties. I do think I have a set of Diacomps somewhere, but I'm not sure which model they are. Chris McCollum said V-brakes super easy to set up, just look like hell. Yeah, you're right. We got too much going on here to put V-brakes on it. Like, this is too cool. You can't just V-brake this shit out. When did V-brakes, have V-brakes always been, do you know? Like, because my mountain bike's a 2001, it's a V-brake bike, but I feel like my hybrid before that had V-brakes on it too. But that was, I don't know, that's my bike that got stolen from Kent. So that would have been a late 90s. So probably a 90s.
That was the next step, wasn't it?
What was the next step?
V-brakes.
After Canny? Is that just what they did?
No, other way around. Or, yes, whatever you just said.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, someone else probably knows. Pudgy would know. Pudgy makes fun of me for saying a lot of things, but the amount of love he gives to Paul's Neo Retros is also unhealthy. What am I doing wrong?
You're not going to slide that in there. You got to take the whole cap off.
It's always got to be like that. I do like one bolt. I like one bolt adjustment. Like, it just slides on there. On the Gunner, we put this. It's a triathlon seat post on there. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-bolt, but they're on the same side, so it has no effect on the adjustment. It's just a nightmare seat clamp.
It's just 2-bolt.
Yeah, 2-bolt, but not like a classic 2-bolt would be. You loosen one, tighten the other. Right. Could be a little bit of a pain, but you figure it out. This is 2 bolts on the Gunner on this side, so just stupid. And I asked Otis why. He goes, I don't quote Otis when I say this, but he said, I don't know, they did dumb stuff for triathlete bikes. I think this saddle is it might work. I don't know. I could change it out. I want a B17 on everything. You guys know that. I think the members are able to drop a B17 emoji in the chat. 2 color choices too. I put this clamp on backwards. I don't need to fix it, but I'm gonna fix it. You made me fix the cranks on a bike that doesn't have chain rings on it. We're gonna put the seat clamp on the right way. Flip that monitor around and see if anyone's saying anything in there that needs to be addressed. You can just stand there, just that gray one, just like
this one.
Yeah.
The Mac. Anything that needs to be addressed?
Just see what people are saying and tell them. Oh no! Stop! That's it. You're good. Now spin it all the way. Now there's nothing. Now there's nothing left to ruin. What are they saying?
you start?
I don't know, after the last super chat. I am not getting this where I need it to be. There we go.
They're not feeling the swim set.
Oh, good. Yeah, we switched out. We're not going Schwinn. Fine. I hear you. Come on.
Who's Uncle B?
Pudgy, what did he say?
It looks like turd.
He said this does?
Yeah.
You don't like the yellow?
No, not a fan.
I kind of like it. What are the rest of them saying? What?
That's a good one.
You can't just laugh. You got to say what they say out loud.
Welcome to the Not Calvin from Parker.
Never claimed to be. Oh, there. Now it's finally doing something. What else we got in there? You don't worry about the mechanics. You worry about what the audience is.
So, is that the plan with the frame? To keep it as is?
To make it like totally like neo-retro?
No, the frame itself. Just the frame.
Oh, yeah, the frame. Yeah, nothing changed on this frame. What would I change?
I don't know. What's up with the sticker up front?
Oh, the American flag?
No, the sticker up front. The head badge.
Oh, yeah, that weird. He said it's, the guy who gave it to me said it's some deadhead shit, which would not be my thing, but it's so fucking, it's part of the patina now. Zoom in, go 35 on that. Oh, we already were.
This lens sucks.
Oh, yeah, wait, this way. Yeah, it's got problems. Yeah, it's like, it's the same thing as this American flag sticker. Lower. Yeah, just part of the patina. It's built. I was kind of bummed that it didn't have the original stickers, but that's why it took us a while to figure out what it was. But I get it. Like in the 90s, you bought a bike and it wasn't your thing. Now it's totally in style and looks cool. Read me that. Whatever got that reaction.
I'm just getting used to it. There goes your back again.
Who said that?
Ben.
Oh, yeah. I think this is going to work. Look at this position. It works. Let's go over the stand. I want to see what it looks like with the bag on there.
The frame looks small on you.
Yeah, it's a 90s mountain bike. Frames look small on everybody. Oh wait, you don't have it on camera.
I'm laughing over here.
No, it's the bottom. Oh yeah, that's living. And with the sweep back too. I think the flat bars don't have as much of a sweep. But what is with this belt? Look like a hobo.
So just the two versions? Because
Yeah.
that's got rise and sweep.
Yeah, this is rise and sweep.
So the flats are true flats?
I think so. I think the flats are true flats. I should pull up that. They're probably yelling at me on Instagram right now, and I'm not paying attention. Oh, yeah, this is sweet. I've gotten past the idea of me just fully building up a bike while we do live streams. I used to think like, oh, that's a great idea to be productive. And then it's like, I can't pay attention. So like this kind of dry fitting is like the farthest that makes sense to go with it, you know. But yeah, like running, as far as like running the cables and all that kind of stuff, putting on the brakes and paying attention. Now, like putting on the derailleur, setting cranks on here, like showing off like how cool these are going to be makes sense, but like throwing a saddle on here, but getting gears going. Even Yonda, you guys saw an expert bike mechanic who does it all day long while talking to people. Still was like, he was like, "Hey, bring the bike in the shop next week." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Because we built it on the stream while we were drinking beers. Like, I want to make sure everything's okay, you know." So, let's see what. Oh, Tony's in here. What's up, Tony?
Uncleb super chatted $1.99. I sweep these nuts across your face and make it hobo. Potato.
Interested? I take offense at that, but it would be a deadhead thing to do. Was that on my comment or someone else? Someone said no yellow with the frame. Yeah, I mean it might not stay, but at least to like feel it out. I don't actually hate it. I got to be honest, I don't hate it. It does match the generalized sticker and the random other things we have going on here, but I don't even know if it's comfortable. You know, I've never ridden it. Like I said, I think another B17 tan one. If it went all silver, so there wouldn't be the black stem. Or you go black?
I wouldn't go tan, no.
Well, tan is like the dark brown, like over on the Viscount.
Okay.
Over there.
Yes, I'd go black over that.
So you think it needs a black leather saddle? Let's see. That is a handsome bicycle. Everything needs to be silver. Like I know there's like even the seat post I would like to be silver.
That looks ridiculous.
I think everything needs to be chrome now to match because the bars and the rack are kind of like the bike itself is a showpiece, looks cool as hell, but with all the chrome stuff like chrome quill stem, you know, you got your chrome headset. And even the derailleurs, those Diors have some black bits on them, but it's still like mostly like a silver vibe. And then the candies would have like put those Shimanos on there would be kind of brushed, not polished look, but did they make any of the vintage ones, seat posts in chrome or were they all black back then? I don't know, that's fairly standard sizing though. It'd be easy to get one that would be silver. Sure I have one somewhere. Whole mess of bits around here. Yeah, I'm not always like obsessed with aesthetics. And obviously still there's things about this that change it, but I just feel like you go all silver, all chromed out up here, that it makes sense to have a shiny post as well. Uncle B said yellow, or how did it pronounce it? Uncle B said yellow looks like poo poo. He also said they did make a silver one for it. See, Dylan dropped a couple Brooks emojis, even though he wouldn't run a B17. Oh, what do we got here? This is a Specialized seat post. Is that the right size?
Looks a little big.
Does it look big? What are the calipers? Let's see. Yeah, because literally 1 bolt Specialized seat post. Oh, this is the one from the Marin. It's so annoying. It's super lightweight, super flexy, great 2-bolt mechanism. The dude must have put like a pipe wrench on and just fucking destroyed it. Like it's just,
Yeah, you can see.
yeah. I put a Thompson on that bike, of course. A bike, I'm like, oh, I don't spend a bunch of money on it. Then I buy a seat post that's worth more than the whole entire bike.
The
But,
entire build.
yeah. Oh, not that. Well, Pudgy did give me the vintage spin wheels for that. So it's
Oh, that one.
yeah. Right, it has to be a long one too, because these vintage bikes, you have so much post exposed. Oh, Pudgy said, "Don't be dipping in his box." I have so many things here that are for him. There's a new old stock, I think rear derailleur that needs to be put together. Like,
Holy
I can't
crap.
remember. We went through all of it, but yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Have you seen like some of like what this haul looks like? Because there's just, now when he gave me all the bikes, he was also like, he's like, there's other vintage stuff in here. Like this is just an entire bag of Dior XT rear derailleurs. Ah, there we go. You push. If you ever need to open this, it's a push, not a pull. Instead of doing what I normally do and eyeballing it, then taking it apart, and then it doesn't fit. Let's actually see what we got. Pudgy, you probably could have told me what size the one that's in there is, but now we're already at this point, and you haven't yet. 26.7? Does that make sense? Should that be a 26.6? That's a number that makes sense. 26.6. It's a very accurate gauge when you hold right.
When you hold it at an angle.
I think this will work.
That's bigger, so
26.7. I think it just, there wouldn't be a 26.7. Yeah, this works. I'm just buzzed that I'm not holding it straight enough. Right?
I don't think so, but go for it.
You think they're different sizes?
I do.
Really? Oh, Pudgy said there's a 27.2. Just need a bright mountain bike jersey to go with it, or the yellow jacket back there. Yeah, that's System U. It's an old school road team. Large gave that to me because someone else gave that to him. System U is the legacy of...
Put it in the rack on the stand.
Use your words. Oh, good. It's a quick release, too. Yeah, then you could, it will flip over and clamp it. See? No. Tony said, seat post size is a myth. It's just a matter of how many beer can shims you got to stuff in there. Which is true. My Peugeot got a new old stock seat post for it, and we went for a ride, and over time, I was just lower and lower and lower. And then I put a beer can in there, and it's held for 4,500 miles. Got to go with Tony on this one. Oh, man, I greased it on that night. Look at that. Look at this good citizen of the world. Oh, yeah, that doesn't fit. Not even close. Turns out there are different seat post sizes. +1 to anyone in the chat who believed Pudgy this time. This time. God, this thing's a boat
That's
anchor.
too short.
This is a boat anchor. This thing weighs more than... Oh, it's... This... Yeah. Doesn't fit anyways. Turned out seat post size only a myth in one direction. And the other direction is a real problem. I do have some quill stems, but they're all the...
You have 2 more sitting there. 3 more.
Yeah, that's the one that's all marred up, and the other one is just the piece that I cut off from one that was way too long, so I didn't have to put the extra weight on there. And I kept it there so I'd be confused on nights like this. These are really that different? Tony said it'll fit. You just need a file and some ambition. I don't think I'd be totally mad about the just black, but I'm sure I could find a silver one. I do like that quick release on the seat post. It's fun. That's old school dropper right there. You know, dropper as the Lord intended. Oh, this little clamp is bent too. Maybe I have another one on one of those other mountain bikes to replace it with. Oh, this is the original one though. This is a Specialized. Oh, this would be easier without this in my hand. No need to tighten that down that much. Muskrat said the turbo saddles are not uncomfortable and would look good with the seat post. I think most of the other saddles in here are garbage. Feel this is the one that came with the Marin. Everything on the Marin is super lightweight, titanium rails.
Jeez. Put that
But
on
it's Otis said that it's busted here, like so, because I was gonna leave it on there, but yeah, that thing weighs, everything about the Marin weighs nothing. That's why it's like the worst choice for a bike packing bike, even though I did it anyways. I knew it was wrong, I did it anyways. Some people love that choice, other people are like, what the heck are you doing? But like I said, proof is in the pudding. I did ride across the, I did ride across a couple states. Chris said his thighs hit the QR on the stump jumper. Even up like that, because the bolt's out farther than the locking mechanism. Oh, but those bolts are way bigger than they would be on, or whatever you want to call this part, would be on a traditional seat clamp. Let's see, oh yeah, like a modern, like, well, modern, I guess the modern ones would be integrated, but modern by my standards of what modern is, or gravel bike stuff. I think we pulled this one off the gunner because it wouldn't lock it in tight enough. Yonda said some thing about locking stuff in tight. It's green anodized and it's kind of ugly on there. I think I want to get everything, and I'm not one of these guys, but like a lot of my friends are. I want all the bits on the gunner to end up being pink. Like, cause it's all silver bike, but then like the little bits like this and.
Pink's gonna be hard to find.
Yeah, I don't know. I got pink doinks on it. Those are the valve, press the valve caps for anyone who doesn't know. Waffles and Coffee has the B17 on the Rock Hopper. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I run B17 on the Marin, the Gunner, my Raleigh. Every bike I put miles on has it. My Truck 500 has the French version of a Brooks, an Ideale. I assume that's how they pronounce it. You all right over there?
Seeing what you're talking about.
Deity has limited pink T-Max? Had raised? Man, you're just throwing together words now. Large, you're buying a Journeyer? Turn this like this. Oh yeah, let's see. See if I missed any details about these bars that I want to talk to before we devolve into chaos. Oh wait, we already did that. I think we're good. Oh yeah, Large. You're switching over to the Journeyer from your. Why can't I think of the name of that frame? The PLA? No, that's not a PLA. It's a. Racer is always pushing the Kato or the keto diet. Are you familiar with that? Tony said, I also have an ugly green anodized seat post bolt on the Diamondback. Otis must have made a big investment in those. Yeah. Oh, Uncle B said, okay, Tim, you muppet. Deity has shiny pedals for bicycles and a limited color run of pink, you fucking pine cone. Oh, that would be perfect. And I love Deity. Blade Runners? Garth Gordon said, oh, you're thinking of putting a longer, instead of a dropper, just a quick release back on? Waffles and Coffee, this does have a generalized sticker. It's actually the one that is in the marketing materials for the sticker. That sounds so stupid. The yeah, on the website, but yeah. So I got the generalized. But like I said, I didn't pull any original decals off this. It never had the. When I got it, it didn't have the original decals. But the guy who gave it to me said he pulled those off instantly, peeled off the decals. Didn't like them.
That's original paint, though, right?
Original paint, yeah. You could see where he covered it to keep it from any rust spreading. But no, not Storm Chaser. Storm Chaser is a salsa. Hey, Dave, come over here.
Hmm? Oh, yeah?
Oh, wait, grab me another beer on your way.
On your way.
I don't know what IF is, Racer. I know what your keto stuff is, but I'm mostly vegetarian, so that won't work for me. And Dave, you're full vegetarian, right?
Yep. How are you mostly vegetarian?
I eat whatever I want when I'm out and about, or if someone's cooking for me. I don't buy meat at the grocery store to cook in my house. So I'd never call myself a vegetarian. But like I don't like there's unless it's leftovers, there's no meat in here. Does that make sense?
No.
I just don't grocery shop. I grocery shop vegetarian, I cook vegetarian. But I'm not vegetarian
Fair enough.
on the whole. Racer, who has the biggest bike collection, I think probably of anyone on the channel.
I agree.
Tony doesn't like the vibe of the stream with Tim having an assistant.
I'm assuming it's quite different.
What do you think happens when I'm here alone?
You talk to me and not...
Wait, I talk to them and not you, you mean?
No, the other way around. You talk to them if somebody's not standing right there.
Oh, yeah. International farting? Is IF, they hoard their farts? But keto is it's non-carb, which wouldn't work. It's and that's not the only, no offense, Ray, I know it's not the only parameter, but Lars tried it for a while, and he said he was became an angry human being.
Why are we talking about keto, by the way?
Oh, Razor said it would heal my back.
I don't believe in all that.
What is your general diet? I'm curious. You,
Pizza.
You're just vegetarian, but you eat
Pizza
garbage.
and iced coffee. Oh, yeah.
So you still eat like garbage.
So
You just don't eat meat.
I'm like an accidental vegan that eats Doritos and Oreos all day.
When I was originally vegetarian, like when I was hardcore vegetarian in my 20s, that was the thing. I would go to Taco Bell and not eat meat. And it was like the worst diet in the world. And then I stopped eating processed foods and stuff like that and like garbage and actually became healthier. And now I'm on obviously a long downward slide.
Very long.
Long, slow. Oh, Hope F20s. I'm not familiar with those. I know Hope as the carbon mountain bike component company. I think that's enough to get us some. Oh, yeah. Oh, they look kind of like... they remind me of the wolf tooth pedals. Yeah, similar to like wolf tooth. What they $205? Is that better be for both? Wow, that was my gut. That was my gut reaction. All right, let's get this keyboard up in here. Yeah. Oh, Tony says I like watching Tim struggle with the bike stand. I don't want to see him get help from. So it's all about like you can't mock me as much as usual. I don't know if I should base my live streams on the fact that like I think I'm gonna make enough mistakes without like just extra struggle.
You don't need help doing that. No.
Yeah. Did that just? I think all Hope stuff is high end, right? I don't think they make any. Hope actually made the frames for the. God, that's in the. Not their usual thing, but the track frames for the British cycling team for the last Olympics. Did you see those? They made so you know how everything was getting narrow and narrow to be aerodynamic. They made these front forks that actually shot way out and then came down. And the idea was that they would work like ferrules to like shape, because the body of the rider to like push the
wind around.
Yeah, they're wild looking. Something changed in the UCI standards too that allowed for that to happen, but they did a whole new thing with aerodynamics that no one else had done. Oh, come on. It says track bike. Oh, there they are. I just wanted to make it big. There it is. Yeah, so see how that fork shoots way out?
That looks ridiculous.
Oh, it looks ridiculous. And even in the back, the seat stays, how they're so wide like that. The idea is that it guides the air around way faster.
Pushes it back in.
And that makes a huge deal in like track cycling, where hundredths of a second and all that stuff matters.
But UCI allowed that?
Yeah. Because you still have to have a classic triangle as like a UCI rule. And there's like all kinds of rules with the bars, because there was those like Manus bars back in the day and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no one had tried this before. They're like, where your legs are and where you sit as a rider, this actually makes... Because everyone tests everything in a wind tunnel with no rider on. It's like, that's not real world. And that's even, we were saying, someone joked earlier about the putting the camera back on the front. Like the latest studies show, like with the weight, your chest is tons of wind. So unless you're a World Tour pro who is flat backing it, like that's not slowing you down. Like handlebar bags barely slow you down. They actually do exactly what the Hope bike is doing, but with your, like the way your body sits on a bike if you're not totally slammed. So
somebody was arguing about aerodynamics with a bag.
Oh yeah. There's a whole...
That's what this devolves into?
Yeah. Not on the stream.
Oh, okay.
No, just... Enough diet talk, Tim. I like the outdoors of your voice. Yeah, the back is actually... It loosened up. I was scared. Like I said, I was scared when I couldn't get out of bed on Thursday. And I was like, this is going to be like a week and a half of hell. Like I like literally like needed help for, I think, 2 weeks to do anything last time I tweeted like this.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
I mean, you were out for months.
Yeah. I mean, then it transitioned to sciatica, but I could ride my bike, so I didn't really, I cared because everything else in life sucked. All the way through New Year's, like I'd be like shooting an event, and I would have to like halfway through like kneel down and just like take pressure off it for just be like, hey, gotta be weird for a minute. Like literally have to like tell like the mayor like that shit. Like, Chris said he cut out processed food and he's down 40 pounds. Yeah, that's processed food. Yeah. Crop Dave out, he's throwing off the AF. They know I have AF problems over here and it drives me crazy. They like push my buttons.
At what point do you replace that?
Replace what?
The camera.
I mean, I'm using a $3,500 a webcam. They say the R8...
That doesn't have AF.
Yeah. I worry about streaming with like cameras that I want to have longevity. Like, I don't know. Like, I've done it with the R8 when I do this alone, or the R5. But I like feel like, man, running the R5 with like power into it for like 2 hours, and I'm like, because the shutter's constantly going to do 24 frames a second and all that stuff, and it just makes me nervous that I'm like burning out like a camera. But probably not.
Probably not.
But it gets to sit here on the tripod, you know. You wonder how Graham Aubry feels about modern track bikes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Throw
Google
that
gray
in.
moment because I can't even pretend to know what that. But I am also not someone who's followed like the history of velodrome riding. Road racing have become pretty nerdy about. Do you want to read?
That's the with the.
Oh,
little
he's the
T
Flying
hands.
Scotsman. So he's the
Right.
man of spars, yeah. What? Did you read that second paragraph? So this is talk about a plot twist. Obrey has created some radical innovations in bicycle design and cycling positions, but has had problems with cycling authorities banning the riding positions his design required. Obrey has been very open about living with bipolar disorder and depression, and the fact that he has attempted suicide 3 times, using his experience as a means of encouraging others, sports people, to talk about their own mental health. Oh, wow. I know this bike and I've looked at this position. I didn't know the man himself had struggled so much. And I think he built these bikes himself. They're not like he didn't get like Specialized to commission them or anything.
No, like garage builds.
Yeah. I've never watched the movie. Oh, that might
right.
be what he's referencing. The Flying Scotsman, yeah.
Built with washing machine parts.
Washing machine parts, wow. Yeah, I've seen this. I knew about it. I was aware of like the Flying Scotsman name, but I did not know about the movie or like the Tough Life. Did he have it? Did anyone? Chris Boardman beat his record, but did Chris Boardman beat it under new UCI standards? Carbon monocoque frame, carbon wheels, and triathlon handlebars. Oh yeah, so he did regain it. Oh, then it was banned. Okay, so yeah. He did regain it, but then they banned that position entirely.
They'll ban that bike.
I bet Large Marge made that joke before he knew that he attempted a suicide 3 times. And now he feels bad.
Yeah, backtrack.
The flying Scrotus man. Friends like these, dude. Yenderset had a chuckle about some of the comments about saying my back was laid into the bike fit. If anyone has that dialed, it's me. And yeah, and I'm like, me and Jay Dandy have talked about this. Some people are more like variable to their bike fit, and then it sounds like ridiculous when I say that, then I have back problems. But also the bikes I've been riding like the last few years are like my Raleigh and my Gunner and like not my vintage road bikes. So it's like, yeah, they are dialed, but even if, like, I've said this before, when I used to keep my bikes upstairs leaning up against the wall, you would see how all the saddles and all the bars would end up at the same position. It's like, it's not a bike fit problem. It's a years of working at Soleil's problem.
I don't know, man. The Gunner's got to be the first time since the Trek that you've actually ridden a bike that is your size.
Oh, no, but I mean, these are
They're
big.
close.
The Peugeot's a 60, you know. The Trek 500 is 60, or 58, 59.
What's your actual size?
I don't know.
Well, there's your problem.
That's you put seat posts in the bars where you need them. My bike fit's dialed. It's not a bike fit issue. It's the fact that I busted my ass as a farmer for years, and now I have one motion, and I don't do enough to make up for it as I get older, you know. Don't you have back issues?
Yeah, but I live with my back.
Yeah, why did you stop doing it?
Because I worked at Soleil's for 10 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my exact point.
I'm wrecked.
Yeah, I'm ruined because we are farmers. Me and Dave worked together at a farm forever, and Does Dave's dad still ride that All City? Your dad bought an All City?
Oh, my dad is.
I thought he was old school as
kept
fuck.
Otis afloat. Dude's got money. No, he doesn't got any money. He'd buy a ton of bikes off of Otis. He doesn't ride a single one of them. So no. He still has it.
He just builds them and he doesn't ride them?
And builds them. Otis will.
Otis builds them.
Right.
And your dad doesn't ride them?
My dad refuses to ride drop bars. So
why does he? What is his thing?
he likes bikes.
But he was a cross
He's
bike
got
guy.
sweet bikes.
But he was a cross bike guy. That would be a drop. That's
Where my Raleigh comes from.
Yeah.
Not from Otis, but
Yeah, but
I
he rode it.
got
With,
it off of him. Yeah.
But he rode it with drops.
That was pre-flats when when he realized that you could swap out handlebars.
Just like I kind of have recently. Yeah. Even though I started flat, but
My dad's got some sick bikes. All City is pretty nice.
what All City is it? Is it a
I have
Monster?
zero clue.
Is it an off-road bike or?
Ben obviously knows.
Ben knows, yeah. Large used to see him cruising around a few years back. Is he still out in Stowe?
Oh, Talmadge, Stowish area.
Muskrat asked, how's the camera film store coming along? We got it set up to check it out, but like probably be a fall thing before we really pick up speed because now we're into summer. Gonna ride bikes and play in a band apparently.
Why you bring that up?
Racer said back pain could be a nutritional thing too. Yeah, I think it can. It definitely can, but those are on. It's on the margins. So like, as I know, Racer, you're very into nutrition. I get it, but like, I think like there's marginal things you can do to improve that stuff. And I mean, not to write them off completely, but it's not as much as the action of keeping loose or how you move your back or, you know, even bike fit, whatever. Oh, Macho Man. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Cosmin said I should try flipping the drop bars over. I still love when I see like a dude like riding through North Hill with like the bars flipped over. That is such the 1980s. Like, have you seen? You know what? Have you seen people?
I
like,
see that
with the levers upside down.
I see that with the rustiest chains. It goes hand in hand.
Low magnesium. Do you guys know they made bikes out of magnesium? There's a famous magnesium bike. So are those the right words?
Close.
Close enough. Oh, there it is. That's the the Kirk Precision. Yeah, that's the bike. Oh, whoops. A magnesium bicycle. I think magnesium, a lot like early carbon, the problem is it'll shatter. So it's only strong in one way. I think they make it from a powder. Yeah. So if it were to like fall over, it would just like shatter. And the other thing, there was another thing about magnesium will spark. So it actually could light it, the frame could like light on fire, I think. Did Rick Urbanowski? Oh, no, he didn't. I saw Ben say, Uncle B say Urbanowski. Urban Donkey.
Urban Donkey.
Dude, the flip drop bar thing and like breaking upside down is so sketchy.
What's great is that you don't flip anything on it. You just flip the bars.
You just flip the bars. Yeah, Cosmo said don't smoke around that thing. A Racer dropped a new bike pick. Didn't you just move? I thought you were not getting more bikes. New Jersey. It also says New Jersey, which is funny. Oh, he capitalized it like that. This is not what Racer was asking for. Where's the X? How to get out of here? The donkey ran the flip bars? What does that mean? Oh, I forgot I went down the magnesium rabbit hole because they were talking about nutrition. Oh, Racer's part of his... I didn't know he had a skateboard collection. Oh, hell yeah. Now we're talking. Is this at the new place, Racer? Oh, he said in the bike pics, so there also is a bike collection photo. I didn't see a new... Oh, here we go. Oh, he is in the new house. Here we go. Yeah, so if anyone was doubting what I was saying about Racer earlier, God, look at that great mounting. Was there another one? Oh, hauling them over by the trailer.
That's got to be old. That's got to be the old house, isn't it? How do you move into a new place that organized?
What does that question mean?
Look at that.
I think he built it out, like on purpose. He knew his bikes were going there, he moved. He made this situation happen.
There's a lot going on in that photo, though.
Yeah. So why, what's the problem?
It's more than simply putting up some hooks.
Look at all the forks in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is where he moved. And he made it so it would be like this. Like I said, we're going to do a remote live stream, me and Racer, because we need him out here just explaining his entire...
Existence.
Yeah.
So you got rollerblades, too. Look at that.
What's wrong with that?
Really showing all your cards. Just got called out.
No, he said it is the new house. He's talking about the Honda. It's the 84 XR 5000R. Oh, Rick did reverse his bars. I forgot, Pudgy. I forgot that Rick reversed his bar. Sorry. Eddie wants to know how many bikes Racer has. Racer said that's just the start. He's going to totally revamp that side of the garage. Next pick. Oh, yeah, it doesn't let me scroll like that. It's just a house. Dane C said, just wanted to say hi. I'm hammering through Columbus on 80 right now. Oh, you're in a car. That's a turnpike. 80? Turnpike? No, turnpike's up here. What is 80? There's no 80 in Columbus. Is Jay Dandy still in here? We're going maps. I know 80. Where's
On
80?
80. Yeah, that's.
Oh,
that's
he's
up
80.
here. No.
Oh, he said he's 80.
No, on 80.
I didn't type that in. Oh, 80's up by... Oh,
Yeah,
we're Bikes Off
that's
Cleveland.
up by us.
It is a turnpike. Yeah, I was right. But he said Columbus. Just wanted to say hi. I'm hammering through Columbus on 80 right now. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You absolutely cannot. That doesn't... You.
Physically impossible.
I'm glad you're joining us, but you're probably hammering through Cleveland?
Is he on 90? No, that's up here too.
No, 80 and 90 are, yeah. Columbus is 70 and 71. All that weird 270. Yeah. I don't know why that threw me. I know where 80 is. Taking it all the way to Colorado. No offense. This isn't about you. Just might be a typo. Yeah. Could have said 70.
He said he's got 20 to 30 completes.
Damn. Jealous.
Yeah, catch up.
Well, the thing is, that's why I'm going like towards the vintage thing. Like this build over here is, because bikes that can do shit. Like that's not what I want. Like
What?
bikes that can do stuff. Like bikes you could ride anywhere and hold stuff. Like, so.
That's not the point.
Oh yeah, it is the point. Because these bikes, I don't ride them. Because they're just like, they're cool. They're cool, but they're slammed. Like, look at this. This is a bike you could do shit with.
Slammed. So is that where you're...
I think
I
it's
don't know
why
how to
so
word
many
that.
people, there was like a movement towards the vintage road bike and then doing the neo retro build, and I didn't even know about it. Like, I'm not saying I'm cooler than anyone, but I am. But like the Trek 500 doing the neo retro build, like love that bike. I still love that bike. And with the triple, it could do anything. I could bike pack on it. I could ride it fast on the road, but I just don't want to be in that position anymore. That's why I even ride my Rowley like more as my road bike now. And then like building up the Marin, and then the Gunner, and then even doing this like move over here, like with the Specialized. It's like they're just versatile. You could do whatever,
So at what point are you going to have an aluminum frame?
I have 2 aluminum frames. One sits on a trainer because it's the harshest fucking ride in the world. I rode it for a while. I did ride it out as a road bike, a slammed road bike. Then I just went back to a steel one. That Schwinn over there, because that's Columbus SLX, 9-speed Durace.
That's what a bike's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
though.
that's what a bike is supposed to look like. A road bike.
Oh, a bike.
But it's limited to 28.
There's no such...
It just turns out wider tires are faster. 32s are faster than 28s. Oh, wait. He said where he was.
Columbus, Georgia.
Wait, it said Columbus, Georgia? No, that's Large said that, not him.
Oh, Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland, no. Which one are you reading?
This one.
Okay, Dane C isn't as bad as Dave. What do we guys think about Tanglefoot? Dylan had one, but I think he sold it, right? Or is that what he bought with it? I don't have any, but I've never ridden one. But I think I think they make sweet bikes. Maybe. Yeah, they do. I'm positive. Oh yeah, Dylan did have one of these, but I think he did sell it. Now they're interesting bikes. Doesn't Analog Cycle sell a bunch of their stuff? I think they do. Oh yeah, look at this moonshine. Is that a 26? Look at that head tube.
That's a ridiculous looking bike.
Oh, that's the hardtack. Oh, just Russ from Pathless Pedal rides a hardtack, Tanglefoot hardtack. Loves it. I think this is like kind of the ATB. So, do you know about ATBs yet? All-terrain bikes.
Oh my god.
That's the next word for
What's
gravel
the
bike.
geometry on that bike? That looks insane.
So, like the next thing from gravel, because as the industry makes gravel bikes racier and racier, now
right.
we've come up with the ATB nomenclature to mean like all-terrain bike, which to me is what I have already thought of as like the gravel bikes I ride. You know what I mean? Or building up like this bike or whatever. But this one looks sweet though. No, that's just that's a 90s mountain bike.
Look how tall that quill is out of it.
Yeah, it's a 90s mountain bike with modern like components, like 1x wide rear, way more bigger clearance. So, but I do like the classic look of the lugged frame, you know. What does fifth season mean? Oh, bag. Oh, this must be their bag company. Some wax canvas. Can't be. Not mad about that. Damage. People fucking these things up.
It looked like a bike from the 1890 Sears catalog.
Who said that? They look like a bike from the 1890s. What is Pudgy saying? Does not design them. Analog sells them, not makes them. Yeah, and I don't think I said that, did I?
I don't know what. Oh, he's responding to Eddie up here.
Ah, Eddie said, what did Eddie say? Analog makes, okay. As long as I was right. What else we got? Oh, speaking of Tony out on Kelly's Island, speaking of all cities too. That is a good looking all city with the silver rims. Silver rims, man.
It's a nice bike.
Silver rims, silver wide rims are like a move that I do. The only thing, and this is like one of my Jan High nerd thing, but is the racks that go all the way down to the wheel, or the what do you call it, like where the quick release, the axle, because then you're introducing stiffness. So you have a steel bike, and this bike just doesn't change the thing. I think this bike looks perfect. And anyone does this. Like, that's why I prefer the mid-fork mount. So if you mount it all the way down to the axle, you're doubling the stiffness. So you have a steel bike where the raked fork is giving you suspension. Mm-hmm. You're removing that by putting a rack that goes all the way down because it's stiffening it. You know what I mean? That's why I like mid-fork mounts. Or that's why I think this Velo Orange rack is cool, because it'll have no effect on the way the bike... I mean, the weight's going to affect it. When it's unloaded, it'll have no effect on the way the bike handles. Whereas when you mount stuff all the way down to the axle, you're affecting not the way the bike handles, but the way the bike feels.
Would that affect it more, though? That it's not braced.
So when I'm like flying across the Y bridge and like the like on like one of my vintage bikes, you see the raked fork just like bouncing, and that just means it's sucking up road vibration. And when you put a rack all the way down, you're stiffening it. And like sometimes that feels good. Like I have a carbon fork now on my Raleigh, which is good at dampening road vibration. But when stuff gets really rough, then it actually is like bouncing you around more and more. Mm-hmm. But that's all personal preference. Everyone's going with the stiffness jokes. Let's see, Racer says the 2 bikes he just posted covers all bases. I'll be the judge of that. Well, let's first post Tony with his bike. That is the best looking iteration of that bike. Oh, was it raining that day? Because you do have is that like a neoprene saddle cover on there? So that's mid-fork mount and all the way down to the axle. But it probably can carry a shitload of weight. So plus and minus to everything in life. It's all a trade-off. Am I right? Oh, he was saying these are the 2 bikes that cover everything. What are we looking at here? The 2 bikes I just posted cover all bases. There's no 2 bikes that cover all 2 bases.
It's
for the
2
record.
drop bar bikes, dude.
These are 2 bikes that cover a lot of bases. But all bases?
Beware the man with one gun.
What is
He
that?
knows how to use it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Tony said, yeah, it was raining. In his own defense.
By the way.
I'm just riding out like an idiot. Two by is better. Yeah, 2 by. You're. How do you love vintage and aesthetics so much, and then you're a 1 by guy?
Aesthetics. It's cleaner.
Front derailleurs look good.
No, they don't.
Double chain rings look good.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, they do.
You just simplify it. Less
Look,
is more.
look at that truck with the triple. That looks right.
It looks ridiculous.
Look at the campy drivetrain 2 by. That's nothing has ever looked better than that. Stronglight, TA. Oh, come on.
That outer ring is now just, it's the new...
Well, modern
Dummy
was,
ring.
but you're talking about fitting vintage stuff. Like, come on. Like, look at this look compared.
Well, yeah, I'm all about it being correct, for sure. But
Here's
doesn't mean you got to ride it.
Here's a Sagino that looks. Oh wait, we should go full screen. I mean, that's style. And then look at that. Even that triple is style.
That's
I mean, I'd put a silver in
that's
it.
too much.
1 by doesn't, like any modern 1 by doesn't look better than any vintage.
Yeah, it does. It
Multiple.
looks cleaner.
Cleaner. Yeah, I mean, like, look at like Shimano's Forerunner to Ultegra. That is just a.
That's just a dork ring at that point.
That's for when you want to go fast.
Okay, get rid of the...
This one actually has a 53 on it.
That's a little too fast.
Yeah, it's a little. I ain't going that fast
A
anymore.
little too much.
That's off that Schwinn Paramount. That's a true race geometry.
Right.
Stupid. I would never. Yeah, I don't need a 53. Who am I kidding? But 50 all day long.
Hell yes.
2 by goes 2 ways. So 2 by is either for that extra, like, you know, these amps go to 11. Like, I just, it's one more. Like, you need to go a little harder. Or it's the bailout gear, like Russ on Pathless Pedal always says. It's like, you just have that extra easy, like, so you make it a big drop, like a lot of the Velo Orange cranksets have, like, with the, and I love that. And even the Gunner, I've done that. So it's like, my inner ring is for, like, mountain biking, like when I need to climb out of Hampton or something like that. So Hampton's all downhill, you're bombing downhill, and then you're riding, like, mountain bike trails. And then you just sit there and spin your way out of there. And it's like, so the 2 by thing just gives me so much more range.
Yeah, but you're doubling up half the time.
Everyone says that, but who cares about half the time? I only care about the easiest.
So you're looking for
easiest
those,
or hardest.
2 out of 10 times?
Yeah, easiest or hardest. So, like when it's a bailout gear, it's a bailout gear. But when like I am spinning on a long bike tour and there's just a long downhill on a loaded bike and I could throw it into 50-11. Like I spin in 50-11 sometimes, you know. Three by on the Bridge Club, hell yeah. And chain line, Cosman says. Like, yeah, like chain line matters too.
Nobody's worried about chain line.
Nobody is, except people who
Buy a
buy
new
their-
chain.
Ah, fucking hell. This Dave guy is all right. Still talking about one buy, now they deal with you. Oh, wait, so I wanted to read this one. How do you think you could go on the 50s granny gear on the rally? I just watched the video, but you didn't mention the small ring, I don't think. Yeah, so on the rally, I'm running 50, 34 up front, and 11, 42 in the back. And it's because of the wolf tooth, whatever, that drops my Ultegra derailleur down. So typically, like, it's a road group set on the rally, so it'd be 34, 34, and maybe the Ultegra derailleur could hit 36, but so, like, basically there's an adapter that goes on the back and it drops the rear derailleur, so I could hit that 42.
So this is on 1x?
On 2x. So I have,
So you're running adapters on a 2x.
so I have a full-on,
Get the hell out of here.
I have a full-on 50-11 hardcore
That's ridiculous.
road, and then I have 34, 42 as my easiest gear. That bike can do anything. And with 42 mil Renair
With a
tires,
dumbass adapter on it.
it just drops the derailleur down. So it goes between the derailleur and the derailleur hanger.
Yeah. So?
That bike could do anything. Anything. And I got my new titanium bars I'm going to put on there.
Uncleb super chatted $1.99. Tim's idea of tuning a 2x or 3x is masturbating.
Tony said 2 of my main bikes are 1x and 3x, so on average I'm running a 1x7. Dave is fine. This said something not dumb. 1x is fine for people who can set up wide range cassettes. I still hate them, but there's that. Yeah, chain line only, I mean, like, there's a like, when I bought my truck, there was a manual that, like, said, like, in the middle ring on the front, you could run any gear. And the high end only run the 2 hardest gears, and the low end only run the 2 easiest gears. But, Dave's getting overdone.
But really, though, I mean, chain line,
Chain line still matters.
it doesn't matter. When you're digging through the shelf to find some bullshit to put on your bike, chain line doesn't matter.
It matters on bikes that you put thousands of miles on.
There you go. I'll give you that.
I put 5,000 miles a year on the rally.
Yeah, on a used equipment?
The drivetrain's not. Like, everything's been upgraded over time.
Okay.
So now it's running 11-speed, a mix of 11-speed, 105, and Ultegra. Some from Pudgy, who was very eager to help me out, and now it seems like he just wants to fucking shit all over everything. Oh, could I go lower than the 42, 44 with the adapter? I don't know. I think me and Yonda, like, had felt like we were already pushing the limits. Like, maybe I could go 44. But I haven't found anything that I'm like, if I can't make it in 34, 42. You know, where am I really trying to go? at the
Yeah,
end of
what
the
are you
day?
really trying to accomplish?
Then I probably just need to get in better shape. The environment and Shayna both keep you up at night. Yeah, Yenzer, dude, it's the perfect road group sets. Don't write them off yet. Everyone's like, why would anyone have a road group set on a gravel bike? Like I'm saying, I've got 5011 and 3442. That's just wild. Not
Just
whack.
wow.
Oh yeah, one more round
That's
before we
mine.
finish this up. Oh, you're drinking some water. New guy does have some concerns. Are you rolling out right now?
I gotta go to the restroom.
Oh yeah, don't bring that with you. Oh, Yenzer, yeah. So I'm going less, and I am finding like, what is my front ring on the Gunner? Is that a large you might know, but it's in the 40s, and I'm not missing the 50 on the Gunner. Like, there are just times like, and this is not like one of those like humble brag or anything, but like there are times like on like my Wednesday night group ride or stuff like that where we just start like hammering on the way home. Or like I said, even loaded touring like slight downhill where I think like I just do like the lower cadence and the like pushing it a little harder. It's very rare since I've been riding the Gunner, and I bombed some hills tonight on my way back here where like I feel like I need to hit that 5011. But again, we're talking sweet bar, wide tire bike. On my gravel bike, I still do like having the 5011. I don't know. $24.40. I watch Ron. I mean, you guys watch Ronnie's YouTube videos, Ronnie from Ultra Dynamico, and some people are running those huge range front, even Russ, like definitely some big range shifting. I think you do need a baby front shifters, vintage or not, when you start getting into the dramatic gear changes. But you don't need to baby them in the way that would affect your ride that much because, again, with the bailout gear option, you just kind of, you soft pedal till it's shifted through. And you're going to be shifting your rear derailleur most of the time. So. All right, Cosman. See you later. Fucking Dave is already hashtag. Racer, you said 38 is dead on. Yep. The Gunner's interesting too because you have to remember I'm running a 700C wheel with 55s on it. I don't think you brought one over there. I don't think you cracked your next one yet.
Well, the next one, I gotta go to work.
There's one on the table over here. Just trying to help. What is the ideal biggest? When I only rode my 2001 mountain bike with the triple, I spun out on it. But I also pedaled harder than I do now, but I still feel like 46, 44? For an all-purpose bike, not for a mountain bike or not for a pure touring bike. What are you doing?
What do you do?
Talking to the internet. Yeah, and gear inches are different than gear ratios. Oh no, you just turned the computer off.
Turn the fucking computer.
Let's see what happens if we press cancel. Let's see. Oh, see, we're paused here. You guys are gone. Figures the second Dave came back. Back now. Such a Dave move. See, this is what I deal with.
How do you do this alone?
Oh, it's, yeah, you can see. And everyone makes fun of me the whole
Is
time,
it,
and I'm like,
is it just 20 people roasting you for
Yeah.
2 hours?
we've had streams where there's like 70 people, and some are like, thank you for your service to the bike community, and then the other 20 are just like, you're a dumbass. You're a horrible human being that ruins my life. And I'm like, these are the people I actually ride bikes with.
These are my friends.
Turning off the computer is such a Dave move. So is it actually, are we on here? Oh, we are on here. Still 27 people paying attention. 277 views. We peaked at 50.
Nice.
Tim's making a big 199 super chat at a time. Pudgy is right. He's usually PPP, Pudgy Pedal Person. He's like, he's like, I've actually never turned off the computer. Before this day. Such a team. Well, turns out that I am not the only idiot running the internet. What happened up there? Oh, there's Younders. That's the one we needed to see. Look how many buttons are to push on this. That is.
Nice. I like that.
Whenever I feel bad, I think of Racer, and I'm like, I don't have that much of a problem.
You even got a trailer in there.
Oh, just like squeezed in. What is that Trek in the front? 700?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, multi-truck. I think, what was mine? The one that got stolen? It's got a Bridgestone in there. More trucks. Oh, that Peugeot, the classic one that All City ripped off for the best space horse they ever made. I had a friend who got his, Brad. Funny Brad. You guys might know him as,
Uncleb super chatted $1.99. Fucking Dave. Socks, woman's sandal, woman's hat, potato, 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 socks, 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 potato, scarf, bikini, high-heeled shoe, potato, 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 man, 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 male sign.
So Brad has a tattoo where he has. Have you met Brad? Oh yeah, he took you home the first time. You like reemerged on the scene.
Yeah, I stole his bike for like 2 days.
He has a tattoo that is a lizard with a yin yang for its face. And he got it when he was like 17 or 18. And he said, like, yeah, that's why I haven't trusted any decision I've ever made in my life since. He's like, I can't rely on it. I know.
I can't trust myself.
But he said the tattoo artist tried to talk him out of it. And he was just like definitive with the whole idea of like, no, this will always be cool. There's no way this would ever be something that could not be cool.
How could this possibly be a bad idea?
So that's why when you type funny Brad, get the Hey, Patty Redbeard. Yeah, he's in Arizona, so it's early out there. I think it's like sunny and noon probably.
Sure.
I don't know.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, 7.
I don't know what time it is now. It's about 6, 7 o'clock.
Why did I go down the Brad rabbit hole? 8:30. There we go. Me and Patty did a live stream together one night, and it was all like played some of his YouTube videos, some cool Arizona footage, and then at the end we got like deep into like Native American tribes and American politics. Like we had
Wow. You dove real deep.
Oh, it was great. And I remember Patty messaged me the next day. He's like, hey, I think he was drinking a whiskey. Oh no.
RacerX84107112 super chatted $10. Bicycle, bicycly I want to ride my bicycle, bicycly I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride my bikey, I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride it where I like.
I like how it pronounced bicycle, and then when
Bicycly?
Pudgy does it, because it's Uncle B, it's like Uncle-eb. It's like just trying to pronounce it. But I think what I was saying, and thank you, Racer, but before it was like me and Patty, I was like, I think we got real interesting. I think we were getting down to like the good shit. Like, and I've always said like on this channel, like when someone like attacks us from the right or anything, I'm like, that's fine, move on. There's other shit. Like, I mean, like, there's channels where you could all like fucking jerk off Lance Armstrong all you want. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. Like so when me and Patty were like delving deep into like shit that matters, it's like I'm not gonna regret it, even though we had a few beers and Who forgets how to spell bicycle when they're paying for it? More protein with that. Keto?
What? Oh, we're back to that.
No, we don't need to be. Let's go back through a couple. Speaking of Uncle B, man, you got the ultra-dynamic cap, you got the tires. Man, if that was Renee Earth stuff, it'd be so cool. Pudgy's from New England, and Ronnie's from New England, so like, our divergence isn't there because I'm not from either place, but I'm a Renee Earth and a Jan Hein guy, and I like to think we're still friends about it, but Pudgy sometimes makes it seem like it's a bridge too far? Is that what the kids say?
Sure.
I don't have a problem with the Mars. I don't. They're just... Renee Earth makes a better tire. They're both made in the same pan racer factory. We were definitely deep in something. Do you know, well, Jay Dandy, what's up? You're still up. Oh, why is there like a green? Oh, that's a new,
That looks good.
that's a new wrong issue. Patty said gives Ultra, that's his other nickname, Ultra Romance. Can you man this keyboard?
Sure, what do you need?
Type in, what would it be, Ronnie's Bags? ROINNIE apostrophe S space.
All right, let's start from the beginning.
Oh wait, let's copy and paste. Let's not make this more difficult. Control C.
Control.
And hang on. Control V. There it is. There's a boy. What would it do? That's not helping. What are we trying to accomplish?
I have no clue. You just told me to man the keyboard.
Is it like a full? Where did the full screen icon go? I want to hear Tim say Yingwei Mounting. Ronsbikes.com. There we go.
I got you.
All right, copy this. All right, just Control C it. Now Control V. There we go. God, they are handsome bags. I don't like the socks, but I don't like white socks. I do like the gloves. I can't remember why we're doing any of this. Oh, the tires? In stock today. Let's see what we got. I do like the shoes too, but I don't want SP $270.
You ride flats. Why would you ever do that?
No, I thought he made some flat pedals too. But what are we
I don't know.
wind this down?
I'm here for the ride.
I'll get the pink bags to match the pink on the gunner. I need to make a video. I want to make a video about the gunner and how I'm going to backpack it, bike pack it. I'm not sure, but I think that's the ultimate. So I've bike packed through a bunch of stuff, like starting with the Riviera. That was my Josh's old bike,
Right.
and just like making stuff work. And then the Trek, which I just loved because it's a vintage
Right.
early 80s Trek. And then I did it on the rally with the bags on a weight all up high. And like now I actually have a bike packing
You have
bike.
a proper bike.
And I think we're gonna go off road more with like our tour this year. So I'm like, now I'm like, I have a bike that has mid fork mounts, like 3-pack mounts and all this stuff.
So a proper build for that, or a proper build for just bike packing in general?
Yeah, so a proper build for the proper bike. So I think I'll use one of the Carrot Ice bags, like style bags, my Swift bags. But I'm like, with the front, it's 3-pack mounts. I'm like, do I do like big direct mount bags? And I don't know. And also, I want to go more waterproof. So like, Ortlieb, like ugly bags that have to be manufactured in Taiwan. You know, it's like having your shit dry when the stuff goes wrong is like nice. But it's also.
I think you are the one that has the answers to that.
Ben's still here. Get those shoes if you want to be a Pinocchio-looking motherfucker. Well, dry bags. I do get dry bags, and I have dry bags, and I have some dry bags, and they're still fucking foreign, Far East made stuff. But just to keep everything in there dry, like not bags and bags. Like I don't put my tent in this tent bag. I put it in my bike bag. You know, like I don't put my sleeping bag in its sleeping bag. It's like no, bags are. There's already bags. You know?
Just bags being bags.
Bags got a bag.
Bags.
All right, JJ, we need to grab a beer. Now Franklin is closed down too. We need to meet out there and hang out. So, yeah. We gotta end this. All right. You guys have been excellent, and I have been less than that.
By far.
Bye for now.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is not okay.
Fitzwater photo.